Hey guys, welcome to my channel. It's your girl, Monty G. Thanks for joining. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button so that you can stay up to date on all of my videos. And today's video is about my journey as a plant mom. So let's get into it. My journey as a plant mom started about 2 years ago. Adam and I were living in an apartment. It was kind of dark. We didn't have as much sunlight as we do now. I purchased a cat palm, very cute, but we just didn't have the sunlight to support it. And so may Cleo's soul rest in peace. And I really wanted to circle back and get more plants. And we just recently bought a house. We have the natural sunlight to support plants. So during the quarantine, I was doing some research, Googling what are the hardest plants to kill. So I knew where to start with things. And so I kind of started with the succulent family, and I will be showing you what plants I purchased, where I purchased them from, some of my cool pots, some of the potting soil that I use, some of the fertilizer that I'm using. I even got some outdoor plants. So I'm glad that you guys tuned in. Let's get started. So here is my rubber plant. I keep her in front of this window so that she can get a lot of bright indirect light. And here I am in Adam's workshop, taking over his space, looking crazy because I just came from working out. But I purchased my plant from Home Depot. Prices vary depending on the size. I purchased a medium, so it was around $16. And one of the things that I really like about this plant is that it helps to purify the air, and it only needs to be watered maybe every 5 to 10 days depending on how dry the soil is. And then here is the potting mix that I used. It is an indoor potting mix by Miracle-Gro, and it's geared toward plants that are drier or succulent plants. And that's because whatever property the soil has, it allows for a better drainage system. And I tend to be a smotherer or an overwaterer, and I'll tend to like give my plants too much water. And this soil allows for a better drainage system to avoid root rotting. Now you can see that I removed the rubber plant from its original packaging, and I kind of loosely broke up the roots, just kind of loosened them up because they were kind of compacted in the packaging, and I added it to the new pot that I got. I got this pot from TJ Maxx, and it was on sale for $10. Okay, so I got a couple of other ones I'll show you later in the video, but I really love this one. And I actually tried to put my ZZ plant in this and it didn't fit, and I'll also show you that later. But here she is. Help me think of a name for her because I don't have one. So here's my ZZ plant. I paid about $30 for it from Home Depot, and she is a beauty. I just love her so much. So my ZZ plant is a little bit bigger, so I have to take my workstation to the backyard, and as you can see, I am struggling to get her out of her original packaging. And I thought that I could fit her into the same pot that I put the rubber plant in, but I could not, so I'll let you sit here and watch me struggle. What I love most about the ZZ plant is that it is drought tolerant. So honestly, you only really need to water it maybe once a month. So she's super low maintenance, and I really appreciate that. And now you see my attempt to put the ZZ plant into this pot. And yeah, it was just a big fail. It just didn't work. So that's how I end up using that pot for the rubber plant. So shout out to Adam, he was trying to help me, but you know, it just didn't work. So I got a new pot from Big Lots, and you'll see that at the end of this segment. Look at this fool. Bye. Get out of here. So here's the pot that I got from Big Lots. It cost $20. I got it on sale, and I love my ZZ plant. This might be my favorite one. Very low maintenance. Help me think of a name, guys. And here are some more plants in the succulent family that I purchased from Home Depot. Very cheap, ranging from like $5 to $10. Here is my aloe vera plant. This is where I keep her. She doesn't get a whole lot of sunlight, just a little bit of filtered sunlight throughout the day. I learned that succulents can sunburn, so I try to be mindful of where I place them. Like I placed this one on my bar cart. Excuse the Hennessy in the back. And I just shot this outside so that you guys could get a better look at her, but she doesn't live outside. So honestly, you only really need to water your succulent plant once a month. They like to thrive off dry environments. And as you can see, I just planted one of the succulents. She's super cute. And here I am planting my aloe vera plant. I use the same potting soil that I used earlier in the video for the other succulent plants to help with the drainage. If you guys have any recommendations, please let me know, because I want to put the disclaimer out there again that I am not a professional. I'm kind of just learning along the way. So this video is to invite you in. Damn! Help me think of a name, guys. Here's a closer look at some of the pots I purchased from TJ Maxx. The smaller ones were $6.99 and then the large one was $9.99. Super cute. Now we're moving into some of my outdoor plants. These are my petunias. I got them from Home Depot. They were roughly $15 each, and they require direct sunlight. So they love the sun, and they also have to be cared for daily. So I typically water them every morning, and because they like so much sun, they do tend to dry out quickly. So just be mindful, make sure you're watering them. Also, I did a little bit of research, and I learned that they need to be fertilized every 7 days or so. And so I purchased this fertilizer from Home Depot. It was super cheap, and you just need about a scoopful dissolved in a gallon of water and fertilize away. About a week after I purchased mine, they started to die, and I freaked out. And so I did some research, and that's how I learned that they need to be fertilized every so often. So if you have some petunias, make sure you give them a ton of sunlight, water them pretty much daily, and fertilize them every 7 days. So I hope you like my petunias. I also wanted to test out growing an herb, so I purchased flat leaf parsley, and I thought that it died, and I kind of just left it outside, and the good Lord revived her and brought her back to life, and I am so thankful. I have been pruning it, I think that's what it's called, and I don't know that I'm doing it correctly, but these are the leaves that I got from my plant, and I can use them in the kitchen, and whenever, you know, I need some fresh parsley, I can just go to my plant. And I do tend to keep her outside. If it's raining too much, I'll bring her inside. But a lot of times it's sunny and it's hot, and I think that is the best environment for her, because I've noticed that's what she's grown in. So if you have any tips, especially regarding pruning, please leave them in the comment box. And last but not least is my snake plant. I don't have any videos of me potting her, but she is the bomb.com. I would actually suggest getting a snake plant as your first medium-sized indoor plant as you like start your planting journey, because they call her like the bulletproof plant, because she can live in low light, she doesn't need to be watered very often, and she kind of thrives off neglect. So get you a snake plant. I got mine from Home Depot. It was about $30. I got that pot from Target for like 40 bucks, and she is just a bomb. And I also use the same indoor succulent potting soil for her, because again, she likes to be very, very dry. I hope you like her, and help me think of a name. Thanks for watching my video, and I want to put the disclaimer out there that I am not a professional plant mom. I am still very, very new. So if you have any feedback, any tips, tricks, suggestions, please leave them in the comments below, because I just want to keep my plants alive and healthy as long as possible. So I would love the feedback. Also, I want to say shout out to the Classic brand for sending me this super cute hoodie. It's like a crop top situation. It's super soft, and it's black owned, and it's based in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where I'm from. So shout out to them, and thank you for hooking me up. I'll put their website in the description box so you can get your own. Also, if you have any suggestions for upcoming videos, leave that in the comments below as well. And thanks again for joining.